The Irish government's project, named Ireland 2040 Plan, is, and I quote, "the government's long-term overarching strategy to make Ireland a better country for all and to build a more resilient and sustainable future." Already so many leftist globalist buzzwords there. Ireland should be a better country for the Irish, not for everyone. Already this plan is giving off anti-sovereignty notes, but it gets far, far worse. The strategy ensures the alignment of investment plans with the stated national strategic objectives for 2040 in a considered, cohesive and defined manner. It all sounds so hopeful and well-organised and positive, but this is a globalist plan. Concealed among the globalist talking points of sustainability and renewables, we find the casual mention that by 2040 there will be approximately 1 million additional people living in Ireland. That, of course, will not be achieved by population growth, because again, this is an anti-Irish plan. Its goal is to erode the Irish identity, and so rather than population growth, this number will be achieved by mass immigration. When referring to this plan, Simon Coveney, that tosser, who's also the Minister for Enterprise, Trade and Employment, said that the aim is to double the size of cities outside Dublin. And since this will be achieved by immigration, it will result in the Irish people becoming a total minority in their own country. Recently, there was an anti-immigration protest in Dublin. That's something you don't see much of in the UK, and it gives me hope. It shows that at least the Irish haven't given up yet and refuse to let their culture become swallowed up by mass immigration and globalism. The Guardian, being a regime propaganda outlet, of course had to demonise the protesters. Ireland has long prided itself on greeting visitors with warmth, styling itself the land of 100,000 welcomes. But now there is a new slogan, #Ireland is full. It appears on placards and on social media and is chanted at rallies alongside other exonerations, such as #Ireland for the Irish and #Irish Lives Matter. What? Irish Lives Matter is now an exoneration? Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? This is disgusting. The Guardian is, as I always say, a bunch of woke tossers. They hate the Irish standing up for the Irish. They hate the British standing up for the British. The English standing up for the English. The Italians standing up for the Italians. They hate national sovereignty and national identity. They want every country to just be full of cultural sludge and borderless. Anyway, the article continues. They are the cry of an anti-immigration backlash that has spread across Dublin and other towns in recent weeks, earning praise from far-right allies abroad. So they've effectively just labelled these based Irish protesters as far-right. Some of them might be, but the majority aren't, because there's nothing inherently far-right about protesting mass immigration. It's absolutely ravaging Ireland, which is facing a housing crisis, where many Irish people cannot afford to rent or buy homes, leading to homelessness and anger. This is, of course, due to mass immigration. Mass immigration drives up housing costs, and yet The Guardian thinks these Irish patriots who are protesting the current state of Ireland are far-right. Absolutely ridiculous. But what's sad to see is that a counter-protest of idiots who apparently want to see Ireland crash and burn showed up, numbering over 300 people. That's 300 idiots. They held up placards saying, "Diversity, not division," and "Yes to solidarity." What idiots? Diversity creates division, you pillocks. And look at them. Do they look working class? They don't have to endure the destruction that mass immigration causes. Fiona Smith, one of these idiotic protesters, expressed dismay at the anti-immigrant rally. It's shocking that there's so many of them. It's full of hate, complete ignorance. Valerie Hughes, who works with Syrian refugees, worried that the backlash would add to their trauma. No, Fiona, you're the ignorant one. You're ignoring all the data, evidence, and personal accounts that all point towards mass immigration being extremely bad for any country. And Valerie, no one said there's a problem with asylum seeking. They are protesting the uncontrolled asylum seeking and mass immigration that Ireland is facing. And you are arguing against them. You are in favour of uncontrolled immigration and uncontrolled asylum seeking. But of course you are, because that pays your salary.